have gained a lot of fame in recent times due to its role in the reinstatement of the Chief Justice in Pakistan, and has also played its part through rendering in music the poetry of Jalib and Fair. Taimur is now a doctor. He has just completed his viva for his PhD.
So if you have a stomach ache, come to me.
And his PhD thesis dealt with the class structure in Pakistan, and he is also the General Secretary of the Communist Mazdoor Kisan Party in Pakistan. So, Taimur, thank you.
Thank you all for coming out on this cold, dreadful day. Well, I thought when I wrote to Ayaz, I asked him what everyone here would like me to speak on, and he said, well, we'd like you to speak on your music and your politics. So I think that's what I'm going to focus on today. But instead of delivering a long academic lecture, some people have requested that I do that and speak about my PhD thesis, but and I may do that in part at least. But I thought that what I could do is I would talk about my politics and my music, play some of my music as I spoke about it, and I'll keep that maybe to half an hour, and then after that we can maybe open up for a discussion, and we'll just sort of talk to each other, and that would be much nicer than a formal lecture. So, as Ayaz has already explained to you, I am a socialist, a leftist. And the thing about being a leftist in Pakistan, being on the left in Pakistan, is that most people think it's not the left, it's what's left over, in the sense that there isn't much of a left in Pakistan. And I confess that when I was growing up myself, although in my teen years I saw a very powerful and radical movement in the my parents were very politically involved and engaged in the MRD and in Women's Action Forum and with the Bhatta Mazdoors and so many other issues. And before that, my father was very much involved in the Balochistan movement, etc. So I confess that in my very early years, there was I grew up in an environment which was very radical and very left-wing. But when I got to about my teenage years, that somehow evaporated. One of the big events, of course, was the breakup of the Soviet Union internationally, but what did I know about that, aside from the fact that CNN just started beaming into Pakistan, and I saw some of the footage on CNN for the first time. And with that as an exception, I didn't really know too much about the Pakistani left, barring what I knew from my own parents and from their friends. And so, much like everybody else at that age, my sort of vision was, okay, I'm going to do my BBA, then I'm going to do my MBA, then I'm going to become a millionaire, and once I become a millionaire, then I'll help the people of Pakistan and everything will be great. And I confess that I actually stated that publicly once and got laughed at, but that's a separate story altogether. I'll keep that for some other time. But it was a very simplistic notion of what I was going to do with my life. And when I went to college, though, my father said to me, do explore some other fields aside from just business or economics, and who knows, you might find them interesting. And I thought, it's just my dad being a liberal or a lefty or whatever, and he's obviously not right, etc. I was being a bit rebellious. But when I went to college, which was in the United States, I got the opportunity to study my own society or look at my own society from the outside in, which is a very unique experience because when you're growing up in a society, you take certain things for granted. And you sort of wear ideological blinkers about them. You can't really see them for what they are many times. And so when I got the opportunity to see my society from outside in, I began to develop a deep sense of I started getting depressed actually. The last year of my undergraduate degree, I got quite depressed, although I was doing very well academically, but I felt quite isolated and alone, and I really wanted to get back to Pakistan and do something. And that's exactly what I did. I went back to Pakistan and I asked around, and wanted to know what is the most radical left-wing party that has ever existed in Pakistan, because I want to overthrow the system. And so I joined up with the Communist Mazdoor Kisan Party and been their member for now I think at least 13, 14 odd years. And I began, and soon after coming back to Pakistan, of course, in Pakistan, the elected government at that time was overthrown. Can you guys see me at the back? Maybe I should stand up, because, is it better? Yeah. All right. So I thought to myself, in 1999, of course, the democratic government in Pakistan was overthrown. The elected government in Pakistan was overthrown.